All right, so happy Monday, everybody. It is March the 1st, 2021. And by the way, I don't know where my glasses are at, and I just can't see. So this is going to be really hard. So I like to blame it on my kids and say that it's them, but it's probably me. So my baby's looking around the bed right now. Maybe she'll find them. Well, tell her to hurry, meet her candy, and find my glasses because I can't see a thing. Oh, Lord. Hey, put your candy up. Hey, I tell you what, I'll give you another candy bar if you'll get Daddy's glasses. How about that? No, whatever it is. All right, so I can't say a thing, y'all. So this ought to be very, very interesting. We'll see how we make out here. All right, so here's what I thought we'd do today. If I can find my stuff. You're going to be noticing me leaning in a lot because I can't see nothing. But why don't we? We all had a great weekend, by the way. Ken, Rick, Drew, Dwayne, Matt. Good to see all of you. So let's see here. See if I can read the chat. Morning, afternoon, Ken to everyone. Okay, good morning. All right, what am I doing? All right, let's bring up a whiteboard. Now, as I always tell you, I am the world's worst trader. There is nobody worse than me. I make mistakes. I get into trades at the wrong time. It's just a horrible thing. I don't know. I mean, Rick had this wonderful trade going on, and all of a sudden I jump in it, and it goes to crap, right? The day that I walked into it, it goes to crap. But here's the difference between me now and me 5 years ago, right? Number one, let's see if we can get it here. Number one, where is my little thingy? Here we go. Number one, that's too big. Let me make it smaller. All right, number one, mistake that I used to make is I would do what is called, if you don't quit this, is I would puke my positions. Puke them. Gosh, stay up there. Okay. I would puke my positions. Now, what does puke your positions mean? Puke your positions mean if something goes against you, man, I was out, baby. Out. Now, what did this result in? This resulted in my account going down. Okay. So I realized, hey, wait a minute, something must be wrong. I must be doing something different than what all these other people are doing that are making money. Because if something goes against me, baby, I'm gone. I am out. So I started doing something different. I started managing. Oh, Beth found them. Beth, praise the Lord.
In your cup.
They were in my cup.
They were in the floor.
Oh, praise God. Hey, you could have cleaned them before you brought them. I'm just joking. Boy, the look that I got. The look at that. Let me put my glasses on. Here we go. Oh, God, looks so much better. All right, so what I would do is puke my position. So I said that can't be the right way to do it, right? There's got to be a better way that all these professionals are doing things. So what I started then doing is I would go and I started managing that little thing. Quit moving on me. I started managing the forest first. One of these days, nothing's working for me. Managing the forest. You and I sell premium, so we've got a forest full of theta. Just waiting to decay, right? We want that theta to just decay and rot. So time is on our side, right? Now, after I started looking at the forest, I'd go, okay, is my forest okay? You know, I'd use the Analyze tab, see if everything was okay with my forest. And then the third thing that I would do is I started then managing the trees, right? I would first look and see how my forest was doing. And then I would go in and look at my trees. If this stupid thing will ever work. I'm going to get it to work. If I had to sit here and do this and nothing else, managing my trees. All right. So since I started doing this, then I'm more consistent as a trader, right? Then we see account balances going up and, not having as much, boom, 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 right? Now, interestingly enough, on this trade that we call the Rick trade, and Rick, I'm still getting people that are emailing me and sending me messages about that session. So people really liked it, right? So we put the Rick trade on Wednesday. Goes against us. Now, Rick manages that thing if the SPX trade, if it goes against him about 25 points, if it's 25 points away from his short strike, he can roll that puppy out, right? And that's fine. I got no problem with that. I think that's a good management technique. You could even wait until your strike is breached to roll that puppy out in the future for credit. I don't know what I do wrong with this thing. Roll it out for a credit. It just got a mind of it on, doesn't it? Look at that stupid thing. Hold on. Let me click this button, see if that has something to do with it. Roll it out for a credit. Right? And that's what we did on Wednesday. We rolled it out from Wednesday. Well, I put it on Friday, right? It was Friday expiration. That's right. Put the trade on Wednesday for a Friday expiration. And then we rolled that puppy when it got down. I think it's about 18, 19 points away when I rolled it. I rolled it out to Monday's expiration. And I did it for a credit. All right. Now, it got me to thinking, though. I got to thinking when I was looking at this thing, and I go, you know what? There's really not a lot of difference between this trade and the zero DTE trade that everybody and their mama's doing. All right? Y'all know Tammy's doing it. David's son's doing it. Everybody's doing the zero DTE trade. Some people are successful, some are not. Now, the only difference between the Rick trade and the zero DTE trade is with this one, we have overnight risk, right? Overnight risk. Whereas on the zero DTE, you're out of it at the end of the day. But it got me to thinking, y'all, everyone and their mama that trades that zero DTE trade is closing that at 3x loss. So if you on your short strike are selling your short strike for $1, right? You're selling that short strike for $1, then they are closing it if it gets to $3, which gives you a $2 loss, right? And a lot of people are getting stopped out a lot. I mean, they're getting stopped out a lot. So if you wanted to do the zero DTE, you could certainly continue to do a 3x loss on that zero DTE on your short strike only, right? So if you sell it for $1 and you're buying your long strike down here for a nickel or 10 cents, they're putting the stop loss only on the short option, right? Not the long option. And that's how they're doing it. They're going, okay, if this thing gets to $3, I'm out. Well, that $3 may be what? I mean, it may be 100 points away. It may be 50 points away by the time it gets to $3. So you're going to get stopped out a lot. So I kind of like what we did on that, on the 2 to 3 day trade of just saying, hey, baby, come on down. Come on further. Scare us a little bit. It's defined risk. Come on way down here. And when we close that thing, it may have been at a what? I don't know. It was over $1,000 loss, right? And we just rolled it to Monday. Well, what if it had gone against us today? Well, we roll it to Wednesday. Well, what if we couldn't get a credit? Well, we roll it to Friday. Well, if we couldn't get a credit then, well, we'll roll it to the next month and continue getting the credit. So it's kind of a cool little deal, right? In how we manage that trade and how we manage risk. But again, it goes back to look at your overall forest first. All right, let's go to the forest. See how the forest looks, and then we'll look at the trees. Remember when we threw them up on the table the other day? We said, yeah, we don't need to do anything there. We don't need to do anything there. All right. So I just wanted to spend just a little bit of time talking about that, which is kind of cool, right? All right. So now we got everybody in here, it looks like. We got James in here. We got Drew, Simplified Drew, Rick, Matt, Ken, everybody, Dimitri, Dwayne. So good to see you all. But I just thought that was really cool about that, because I even asked Rick on Friday, I said, Rick, what's the difference between this and the zero DT trade? Well, there ain't a lot. You know, there was not a lot of difference in that trade and what we had going on with our 2 or 3 day trade. And I love the way that we managed it. So why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and manage our forest today and see how we're looking. Today is March 1st. All of our green monsters, y'all, are just dead. They all died, right? So we're now into a point that we're going to have to draw all new green big monsters. I don't know if we'll do one today or not, but let's just see how we're doing. Boy, the market's up big today, isn't it? All right, so the net lick for the day is 48,803.51, which means we are up 11.
We're moving on now.
I can pay the mortgage. All right, so we're up really, really good, right? And a really, really good. But we knew that our forest was fine, but our trees were in a little bit of trouble right here, weren't they? Our trees were in a little bit of trouble, but now we're coming back, baby. We are coming back. All right, so now let's go put in our Greeks as we're still managing the theta forest. We are in our theta forest. Let's see how our theta forest is doing. So our beta weighted deltas are, and again, make sure you beta weight them to SPY so we can compare apples to apples. I am short 64 shares of SPY, 64.88. What a big difference that was from what I was on going into the weekend. Look, I was at 195. So that tells me that the market has gone up significantly because my positive deltas have now turned negative, and I'm right where I want to be. What is my theta? Well, I've taken out a lot of theta because I've got a lot of profit over here, right? So I know my theta has gone down, 144.75. Still looking good. And the vega risk is negative 234. So first thing I notice is we are just fine on our theta farm. Our forest is producing enough trees so that we can send them to the paper mill. We are at 0.3% of our net lick. We want this number to be between 0.1 and 1%. So we're at 0.3, so we're doing fine. Now, where I've been having some trouble lately is in our buying power usage, right? So let's go to buying power usage, and we are at 28,876, 28,876. So it went down some, 28,876. All right. So we're at 59%. We should be at 35%. So I really do need to take a little risk off the table, right? But my deltas say that there's no adjustment necessary. So my deltas are doing good. My theta's doing good. I'm just over on my buying power and I need to close some stuff. All right. You and I have been together for about 2 months and a week or two, right? Since we all started getting together. We got a great little group here. So let's just evaluate how the forest is doing. And sometimes I like going to the account statement and just seeing what has made us money. what has made us money? What has done us good? What has done us bad? So let's just look. Statement for account. Let's see if we were to go from January the 1st. So we'll kind of just see what has made us money, um, what has done terrible. There we go. So here's all the stuff that you and I have traded, right? The stuff that you and I have traded. And P&L year to date, 764. I mean, that's not great, right? And then you can actually sort this by P&L year to date. So let's see where our profits have come from. There's some micros there, right? The micro e-minis there. So that's over $1,100 there. Gold has made us 490 gold futures. But look, down here, there's another gold futures of $180. DraftKings, let's give Matt credit on that. He liked DraftKings, and so did I. So he talked me into it. So we like DraftKings. That's been one of our top performers. Apple's done fine for us. We'll go down the gold ETF, GLD. Riot did fine for us. IWM, we've got that little hedge in. It's doing fine for us. Even though it's down 285 on the day, we're still up on the year. So you start going down, Palantir's made us $106, so you start looking at the stuff that has done us well. And you'll notice that it is my core trades. My core trades are what's making me money, right? And the gold futures are making me money. And DraftKings is kind of an outlier. And our SPX trade that I've done 3 of this year is in the top 2, right? It's not in the top 2, but it's in the top as well, TOO. Okay. So you see what's making you money. And then you got all these little ones just, kind of contributing towards your profits a little bit, Then you go down and you go, oh no, let's see what the big losers are. So what are the losers that's causing this problem? That stupid Goldman Sachs trade, right? I was down as much as 1,300 on the year on that one, but it's up a little bit. Well, it's down $5 today, but it's up 273 on the open. So there, that stupid e-mini trade that I did that I should have never got in. That one took me down about $800 or $900. I had a couple. It looks like I had a couple of others that kind of made that not as bad. SPY trade. Remember when I did that stupid? I bought a put. We lost $553 on that. Now I look back now and I go, how stupid that was. BABA. BABA is doing us bad. The VIX we expect to do us bad, right? That's a hedge, so we got no problem with that one. NDX, XLE, blah, 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 blah. But I start looking at this and I start developing some type of spidey senses about what is it that's doing well. And what's doing well are the micro trades, are the best performer of anything that I've got. The gold futures are wonderful. And I guess what, as I looked at this over the weekend, the thing that came to my mind was, Bob, I told everybody that you hate trading stocks, right? That's just not your thing. You like trading the indexes, you like trading futures, you like trading all that. And I put on some stocks, but as I look at this, I go, I've probably put on too many stocks. For example, if I had kept the way that I normally do, I wouldn't have a $1,022 loss in Goldman Sachs. Now I wouldn't have had that because I shouldn't have done that trade. We won't even mention that one. Here's the SPY that I bought. I mean, that was not the best move. That's not normally something I would do, right? BABA, there's $492 of loss there. As I start looking at these, I go, you know what, Bob, what you've lost on is the stuff that you don't normally do. So if you take out the stuff that is not doing that well, you kind of go, well, what are those? Well, a lot of those are stocks, right, that are not doing well. And it just reassures me that, hey, Bob, you need to be focusing on the stuff that you do best. What do you do best? You do your core trades, you do your futures trades, That's the stuff that you do and you do well. Now you want to put an Apple in there, that's fine. You know, put a Microsoft in there, that's fine. But really, when you're doing all this garbage down here, what good is it helping you? So it's good to just take a step back as we're finished, with 2 months here and say, where have we done well? And where do we need improvement? And I think I know exactly where I need improvement. Okay, so that's a neat little exercise for y'all to take. Do it monthly. Just look at your account statement, go back from, to the beginning of the year and just say, hey, where have I made my money? Where have I made my money? And clearly, we've made our money from our core trades, from our futures, and even that SPX trade is already up there, and I've done 3 of those this year. All right, questions on that at all? So that hopefully is we're getting you into the portfolio management, right? And you want to always improve, get better. That's what we're always striving to do. So there we go. So now let's see if any of our individual trees need cutting down. So let's go to our little equities tab. Let's see how everybody's doing. Oh, by the way, Matt wanted me to put this on the website. I will do that today. I apologize I hadn't done it, but I went in and I changed a lot of stuff. I made all of these work now. So I'll share this entire spreadsheet that has everything that I have in it. Okay. So TLT trade, we got 46 days on that. That's down $92. No big deal. TLT is kind of one of our hedges, right? We sold a put in TLT. Our BABA trade is down $486. Current profit percentage. Those are not percentages. Hold on a minute. Let me change those to percentages. Help if I would have my spreadsheet fixed before I give it to you guys. So let's do percentage. There we go. So it's down 97%. There we go. So, but we've got 46 days on that, and I don't think the strike is breached at all. So we've got these Goldman Sachs trades. Wow, each leg is up. How unusual is that? Volatility must have come down some in our Goldman Sachs trades. We got 31 days on those. Really nothing to do there. XLE is down a little bit, but not much. That's coming back in at least XLE trades. That's okay. That's continue to roll out there. So let's see, what is this one? Clover is up 22.11%. Y'all, we were down on that trade the other day. That thing was negative. And this is one of those trades I go, what are you doing in here, Bob, to start with? And I really, do I need my Clover trade? It says Tasty Trade Optimum Close has been triggered, so I could get out of that one. And as I think about now downsizing in my stock positions, right? So we could close that one, take a little bit of profit for the day. We'll just do that, get out of Clover. Because that sounds like one that's going against what my normal thing is. So let's just close it by at, where's my stinking? Hold on. Oh, how embarrassing. Unbelievable. Come on, there we go. So I want to close my Clover trade. Create closing over, buy it at $1.40. Or we could do $1.35. Could we get out at $1.35? Let's get out, Bob. Come on. What's wrong with this thing? Here we go. Just slow. Let me clear up my garbage. Take your garbage out every now and then. Okay, we're out at $1.35. What the crap? Look at that. All right, so I collect my garbage, go back to the monitor tab. So let's just book our little bit of profit on there. And the reason, it gives me a Tasty Trade Optimum Close on that, but really I'm sitting there going, after my evaluation, grade yourself, right? Then I go, does Clover, is that really what I do? Is that really what I'm best at? No. Now it may be what you're best at, right? So we'll put in $1.35 there. So that gives us a profit of 24.88%, even better. So we'll get out of this one at 3,121, and we'll get to make her green, which is always good. So let's make her good. But I think I'm going to be stubborn on Goldman Sachs. I think I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to turn that into a winner. Now, stubborn, well, I'm going to do the tasty trade optimal. You know, stubbornness can get you in trouble sometimes. You know, probably the best thing to do is say, Bobby, just get out of it. Quit. That's not your forte. It's not what you're good at. So I will make that green. But you got to figure out what you're good at, right? What are you good at? Because I'm not just showing you trades that you blindly follow. We're showing you how we make trades and how we make decisions. All right, so we're up 63% on our short put. But remember, we've got this is a diagonal actually. We've got a long put against it. So even though the short is up, that one doesn't expire until I think Friday. How many days we got on that one? Yeah, we got 7 days on that one. No, we got 4 days left. 4 days left in trade and it expires on Friday. There we go. So we'll leave that one on. What's this other one? Apple. That's PMCC. We won't say the poor word. I was poor for so long. Glad to not be there anymore. All right. I don't think there's anything else to do there. So we got that taken care of. So let's go to our commodities page. We don't have any commodities on, which is a mistake. See, this is a mistake. I have made a good bit of money in gold. And here I am sitting on the sidelines because I'm in all these stocks that are bringing me down. Right? I need to get back into gold. So that's what I got to think every day. Man, you got to get back into your little gold position. All right, so let's go to our micros. Our micros. We've been putting one on every day. We've been closing one every day, right? So that's kind of what we're doing there. So let's just kind of see what we got here. Man, we got a good $64 profit there. It's at, let me change these to percentages as well before I give y'all the spreadsheet with all the bad stuff in it. So percentage. All right, so we're at 44% on that one. We've been in the trade 19 days. Got a tasty trade optimum close there. So I say we close it, but let me look at my overall deltas for my micro trades. It's 17.51, and I've got good negative delta. So that's not terrible. Right? That'll make that even a little more delta neutral if we take this one off. So which one was that again? That one was the 34.70. And look at all these green, y'all. Look at all this. We've only had one loser. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting back to looking at my evaluation. What am I good at? This is what I'm good at. I'm not good at everything. You know, I'm a pretty good basketball shot, but I'm very slow. So I know not to play a lot of basketball with fast people. But I look at this and I go, what am I good at? Well, I'm kind of good at this, right? This is my bread and butter right here. This is what I'm good at. So let's take off that 34.70 and book our profits. Go to the MES, 34.70. There she is. Right click just on that one. Create closing order. See how greedy we can get here. Can we get filled at 15.75? Most people wouldn't try it, but Sweet Bobby will. Ah, good. Thanks. Yeah, James said, good job. Clover has earnings after the bell, right? So we need to get out of that one. Good. That makes me feel even better about that. All right, so we'll go to our working orders. Looks like they're going to force me to get out at 16. Dadgummit. I'll take your 15.75 and we'll raise you to 16 so we can get out of this puppy. And we should be out at 16. So let's take that one off. Take out your option name because it does slow our wonderful spreadsheet down. All right, put 16 in. And we'll call that a tasty trade optimum close. We're out on 3. I can't believe it's March, y'all. Hope y'all all had a good weekend too. I know I did. got rested. That's a tasty trade. Optimum close. Man, we are on track to have a very good year here. If I quit putting on stupid trades. Green, 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 baby. Green, green, green. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to go out and we're going to do another one. I hate calls, right? And I don't have to sell a call today because my overall deltas are negative, right? Our overall deltas are negative. So I can sell a positive because, too, another thing is, what was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. So let's sell one, another put. So let's go to the trade page. Let's type in our macros. There they are. And let's go to 60 days today. So we're finished with 46 days. I'm finished with it. I'm going to go to 60 days. Change this to single. Sleeping single in a double bed. I love Barbara Mandrell. And let's sell us a 15 Delta put. There's one we can get 27.50 for. Wait a minute, I'm in the wrong expiration, aren't I? I'm in the 46. I said I wanted to go 60. There we go, 60. So it'll be our first trade in the 60s. So let's go 15 Delta. And remember, you can go by Delta or you can go by probability in the money. I normally go by probability in the money on everything except for the VIX. The only reason I go Delta on the VIX is because I back tested that strategy. It's part of my dissertation, and the back testing software used Delta. So I actually do use Delta on the VIX. So let's sell a 15 around in here somewhere. Get us a nice little credit that we want. Oh man, let's bring in this 33 bucks. How much is that going to be? That's going to give me $163. Take $536 of buying power. And we should fill there. There we go. So let's go grab our option at 60 days out. Sleeping single on a double bed. Right, here we go. We'll right click to get our option information and we'll copy it. And we'll go to our super duper spreadsheet and we'll just keep doing what brings us in money, what we're good at. This is what I'm good at. You may not be good at the micros. I'm good at the micros. We're all different. You may like stocks. You know, I prefer other stuff. And so we filled that one at 33, and that was the 34.10 put. Wow, look how far away we are from the money. 34.10 put. Control V for Venus. And that's a short put. Put it in there. We did the 15 Delta just like our spreadsheet told us to, because we're obedient little people. 60 days to expiration. And we just love broken record. But I love being a broken record. Do the same thing over and over and over. Do what's successful over and over and over. Do away with those things that are not successful. So we got in at a good little look, well, we've been pulling in just what, 29, 27. Of course, that's most likely was on calls. So we brought in 163.53. Dang it, we're down 3% already. We always are when we first start out. Anything else show me the close real big? No, not really. Well, this one is, but I'm not going to do it because I'm just putting on one a day, closing one a day. And we are on track based on our performance to make us $7,500 this year just on these trades. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, let's look at the one remaining credit spread that we had. Y'all. I did a little bit of work on the spreadsheet here using some information from Rick. So I did a short option name. I did the combined option name. I did a little work on the weekend. We are 91 points away from my strike. We will watch it like a hawk. But if you'll recall, under our resources tab, under our Discord, under the early retirement now link, they found that the best performance of this thing was taking it to expiration. So look at this. We lost. This is what gave us a sucky week last week, is I lost $1,056 on this Rick trade, right? I mean, I just did. I lost. That's what I mean, I booked my losses when we, close it. But I actually wrote it out in time. And now look at this puppy. It's at a 97%. If I can get it, got to change all these to percentages. Hold on a second. Garbage that. All right, here we go. Current profit percentage. So we're at 97% profit. But I will close that if, if it starts getting a little close, we'll close it and take our profit. But for right now, my plan, and I'll be looking at it a couple of times today. Again, most of you have jobs. Most of you have things that you got to do, right? You don't have to eyeball this stuff all the time. Every now and then, take a look at it. We're at 97.35% profit. We're going to try to get 100% profit on that. So when we do that, the combination of these two trades, right, are going to be profitable. As you see, look, I'm up 1142.38 and I lost 1104. So that's a profitable trade. And we're going to take that to profits. Now, will I do another one today? Yeah, I think so. I think you got to do it. I think you just got to keep piling them in. And Rick, I'm sure you're doing one today, right? You'll probably be popping it out about 3:45, 3:46 Eastern time. Rick will be doing another one.
I found out that on the SPX, you can actually trade those up until 4:15. So you can get filled at 4:05, 4:10. So you would actually, if you go past closing, past 4 o'clock, you actually know what the closing is. Right. So you can more time it. That's what I did last time.
Okay, awesome. So, and you'll be popping that in again today, just like a broken record. And I don't want everyone to think, Bobby, what if the market had gone down big today? Well, this one would have been a loser. I would have closed it and we would have rolled it out in the future. You just kind of keep doing it over and over and over. But what I want you to see is the rookie mistake that I would have done would have been to close that for an $1,100 loser, right? And it's like, man, I'm scared of that trade. I'll never do that one again. Well, that would have been a mistake. The proper move was to roll that puppy, and now we're going to be profitable on the two trades, and we're going to do it again today. Just keep rolling it out if it goes against us. So good stuff, y'all. So let's see, where we at? How do our Greeks look now? How do our Greeks look like? So I made some notes over the weekend that I wanted to share with y'all as we're going to look at this. Let's call this the State of the Union. We'll call this the state of the portfolio. How are we doing? How are we doing? Right? Well, today we're doing well, but we were blowing wind the other day, but we didn't panic. That's what I'm hoping you're getting, right? Because when you start out, when you first doing this, you see your countdown, and I told you, I said, like Mama said, there'll be days like this. Mama said there'll be days like this. Mama said, right? I told you that there would be days like this. There will be days that our net lick, I told you, going in, we're going to be down a couple $1,000, few $1,000 here and there. We are. But the portfolio, in my opinion, is overall safe. So let's go look at our portfolio. And then I'll share with you the notes that I made over the weekend while I was lying in bed. So we'll beta weight this to SPY. Let's change it to 4 expirations. So we can see the majority of our expirations out there. You've got P&L on your open. All right, that sounds good. So you want to do hide simulations in case you got any simulations in here. And instead of single symbol, do your portfolio beta weighted so we can see our portfolio. And this is where I normally just stand back and go, you looking good, Bob. You good looking son of a gun, you. So here's today's price. And I've got 7 price slices that I put up 5, up 10, up 15, -5, -12, -20. If anyone's got any question on that, please let me know. But what I'm look, if we expire right here over several expirations, look at this box and it'll tell you the amount of money you should make at each expiration. So let's go back. If price were to stay at where it is now. SPY stays right where it's at. Y'all, on March the 27th, that is 27 days away. And nothing changes. I don't put on another position. I don't make any adjustments. We just stay right here. Then I'm going to be up $3,800 by March the 27th. Isn't that a beautiful thing? So I just want to make sure that you guys are seeing how to evaluate an entire portfolio, because you start looking at individual trades and you will get freaked out. You'll get scared. You'll start closing stuff. You'll start kicking your dog or your cat. You don't want to do that, right? You want to maintain your composure, maintain your, you know, your coolness, and go, man, we're just fine. Now, what if the market goes up? What if it goes up to 428? We're going to lose $6,600, y'all. But we're not going to let it do that, because before that does that, we're going to be closing positions down here. We're going to be putting more positions on up here so we can bump this up. You know, we'll make this, we'll bump this up. We'll bump this down, right? So you're all the time playing chicken, basically. Remember, you don't want the football to cross the goal lines over here. Here's the football. Football is where price is right now. And where's price right now? It is right here. You can see it down here. It's 389.47. So keep the football there. And if LSU, the Louisiana State University, starts moving on Alabama and coming over this way, and they start getting toward our goal line, y'all, you ain't crossing this goal line. We're going to keep y'all in the middle of the field. So what are we going to do? We're going to put trades on over here, and we're going to bring this down probably a little bit, and we're going to beef up this, right? We're going to move the goal line. Don't you hate when people, you know, move the goal line after the game started, right? You're running to get a touchdown and they move the line. That's exactly what we're doing. We'll move the line this way. And then we'll move this break even here to here. How do you do that? By adjusting your trades, looking at your forest and managing your trees. So what if the market drops down here? Same exact thing, baby. We're going to take this goal line here and we're going to move it this way. How are you going to do that? Well, we're going to put on trades over here. Right? That's going to help us manage the whole deal, so that LSU never scores on Alabama, just like in that national championship a couple years ago. Man, we kept them from getting across the 50-yard line. They couldn't do it. So we're going to keep them at the 50 and never let LSU cross the goal line. That is the game. That is the game. Oh, one other thing before I share my notes with you. I believe today is ex-dividend date on Goldman Sachs. And they're paying a dividend of $1.25. And if you have in the money short calls, you are susceptible to getting your option assigned and having to pay the $1.25 dividend times 100. So $125, right? $1.25 per thing times 100. I'm bad with math. 1.25 should be $125 times 100 shares. I'd have to pay $125 because I have a short in the money call. Okay. Now, why did I not close this? I want to make sure y'all understand, why did I not close this? What you do is you see that my short call, that gives me you've got no risk of dividend assignment over here on the puts, right? Dividends and this is another reason I hate stocks, because I have to worry about these stupid dividends. I don't have to worry about that with SPX. I don't have to worry about that with the micro E-minis. So all you got to do is go over to the puts and find out basically what the puts are going for. You know, you can find the mid price of those two. So let me draw that. So I go over here to my 315 puts, and I see that, you know, that's trading in between 590 and 755. So as long as this is, what's my greater than? Greater than, oh man, I was trying to draw something. Oh, is greater than, this greater than the dividend of $1.25, then any trader would be stupid to exercise their call and make me, be exercised, because this is greater than the dividend. So they would never pay to have the this thing, their call exercise, so that I have to now, they just wouldn't do it. Now, if this was trading right here, between 33 cents, 245, well, that's, I'd probably have, if my call was down here, I may have a chance of being having dividend risk, but I have zero dividend risk in my humble opinion, unless some idiot does something and were to exercise the call. But I'm fine. I'm good. Just make sure everybody doesn't have a question on that. But that's another thing. If you're short calls, and you gotta make sure that you don't have dividend risk there. All right, so let's erase all this stuff, and then I want to share the notes with you that I made over the weekend, if I can find them, because I did it on my phone while I was laying in the bed, and I was just having this the State of the Union address that I'm giving y'all today. The State of the Union is good, but we can do better. So I like doing things in tens. I like writing down things in tens. And let's see if we can do this to where I can bring you my little whiteboard. And we'll change that to this. Okay, here we go. So let's go here and let's make that a little bigger. See if that's not too big. Okay, here we go. Let's make some notes. See where I can look at my phone, where I can see what I did. Okay, so here's what I'm going to focus on for the next couple months. We're 2 months into it, right? I'm going to focus on the VIX hedge. What is the VIX hedge? Well, it's in our spreadsheet. Go to the VIX hedge little spreadsheet at 120 days out, basically. You're going to buy 10 delta calls, 10 delta calls, using 0.25% of your net liquid. And you're going to do that every 30 days. Okay. Now make sure you don't use 25%. It's a very small amount. And if you're entering in your information every day, the spreadsheet will automatically do the calculation of how much you need to purchase. But the VIX hedge is something I believe in. It's something that I wrote my dissertation on, and it's something that I have confidence in will help us in the event of severe black swan events. All right. Number two, as I look at the State of the Union, I need to focus on my core trade of the micro E-minis, where I'm basically selling them at 60 days and taking them off one every day. Right now, I'm pretty much at that. So in the resources tab, there's a guy that did this where he would put them on at 60 and just take them off at 30, regardless of profit. Well, I'm managing them a little bit different, right? I mean, I don't think I even closed one on Friday. Maybe I did. But basically, I'm putting one on every day. I'm taking one off every day on my micros. And that has been my most profitable strategy. And I'm going with the hot hand, so to speak, right? You're playing craps table and someone's hot. Man, keep going with that guy. But we're using science, we're using probabilities, and we're going way out of the money. 15 delta mostly is what we're selling. We've sold some 10s, and these things have all but one been profitable. This is my most profitable strategy, so I am going with the hot hand. All right, what else is Sweet Bobby focusing on the State of the Union address? I am focusing on the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, SPX, or ES. I can sometimes do it in the ES if I want to, right? To where I'm doing a 5 delta spread at 2 to 3 days expiration, right? Where I'm selling the 5 delta and then I'm buying a wing, right? Maybe 10, let's say wing 10 to 20 points lower. And I'm going to manage that if we get close to my strike, I'm going to roll that puppy out to the next expiration for credit. And if that one goes against me, I'm going to roll it again. If that goes against me, I'm going to roll it again. All right. So that's the idea of that trade. Fourth, I am going to continue doing the wheel strategy. Bobby, we don't trade the wheel. Yes, we do it every day, actually. It's just that I'm one of those who doesn't like being assigned. So the wheel strategy for me is selling puts. I hate calls. Huh? And we sell a put, and if it goes against us, we roll her out. Now you can take assignment. I don't like to. And then you can sell a call against it. You know, you sell covered call. That's not my deal, right, y'all? I don't. So a lot of people that say, man, I got to do cash secured puts. I don't worry about cash secured. You know, I'm rolling. I use my margin. Right? That's just my style. So we're doing an augmented version of the wheel. Someone's going to say, Bobby, that's not. Someone will be watching the YouTube video. Bobby, I ain't telling you, you're an idiot. That's not the wheel. Okay, I got you. It's our little version of the wheel. All right. Now, I'm going to say that we'll do some diagonals on the call side. And we're not going to call them, we're not going to call it this because Ken doesn't like that. And I don't really like it either. We're not going to call it a poor man's covered call. Okay, we're not going to call it that. But we're going to do some of those, right? No problem with those at all. I like it. I like it a lot. That's a diagonal. So I like those trades. Then we're also going to do some put diagonals on the put side. And as you recall, we're doing this in IWM. It's actually a hedge that we have on in our account. And it sometimes is referred to as the covered put, right? But we're not calling that because Ken doesn't like it. I don't like it either. All right, so that's 6 things that I'm focusing on. Now, I've been looking at this one, and I am just, I'm playing with this one, y'all, but I just want to put it on the list to say this might be something that we're doing, okay? It's similar to what Mikey Butler is doing. He's doing he's selling straddles on, now I can do it on anything I want to, right? But he's doing it on DraftKings. And he's just doing it all through the year. And he's just rolling where the stock price is. Right? He's selling a straddle on that. But what I think is maybe a more interesting trade is to sell a straddle on something and then go out in time, maybe 6 months, maybe a year, wherever you want to, and actually buy a longer term straddle. Out in time, right? So you go out and you buy a long dated straddle, or this could be a strangle, so that you're buying some protection out in the future and then you're rolling. So it's very similar to 5 and 6, right? Very similar, except you're doing it maybe with both sides. You're doing it with a call and the put. So I just want to put that out there. There's something that I'm thinking about. Y'all think about it too. Think about that trade. And then you just roll the short strangle or the short straddle wherever the price is. I'm still gonna play with that one, but I want it on my list. All right, I need to get back doing some of my commodity trades, in particular my gold trades. Well, if you want to do GC, you could always do gold, right? The ETL. But I need to get back to my gold trades because this is my probably second most profitable strategy that I've been using this year. And dang, if it, you know, it's terrible, but I can't do it because I'm using too much buying power in all those stocks that I said I don't need to trade. So I'm really thinking that I got to get back into my gold somewhere. It's just too powerful. And what am I normally doing in gold? I'm going out about 150 days and I'm selling a 5 delta strangle. Okay, very, very slow moving trade. And you hold that thing for 30 days. And most of the time, you're into good profits on that. Okay, 9. I am really toying. I've done a good bit of zero DTE trades, but I just kind of, now that we're doing the Monday, Wednesday, Friday with the SPX, I may still do some zero DTE every now and then on the SPX because I'm not scared of them, Now, probably won't do 3X loss. I'll probably take bigger losses and roll out to the next expiration. Right? So we know how that works. We've already seen that in play. And one thing that you and I have not done together yet, but we will, and I like giving people credit for their trades, is run Bertino's X1 hedge, which I used to think was the greatest trade of all, but I did some back testing and I had a lot of trouble in 2010 and 2011 making that trade work. I didn't give up on it, but it's still something that I think is a worthwhile trade, and we can put that on, and we could even do that with the micros, so there's not as much risk in that. But basically, when you're doing that, the way I do it is you sell puts on a down day, and you buy puts on an up day, so that entire trade can be put on for free or a credit. And I've done a lot of those trades as a credit. And when you put those on and you start seeing how those look, wow. I mean, it's really, really a nice looking trade. And probably, I should have put one on last week when the market was down over, 2% in a day. But again, I've got on so many of those stock trades that are not really my bread and butter that I didn't have the buying power, and I didn't want to be that long in the market. So this is the State of the Union address. This is where I'm looking. Now, watch. God is my witness. Tomorrow I'll come out and I'll sell a put in a stock. Can I do that? I said I hate them. I'd rather do ETFs. I'd rather do, futures. I'd rather do something. But yeah, I can do that because that falls under number 4, the wheel strategy, right? Because I hate calls. So I can sell a put in anything. It can be a stock. If I had just done this in Goldman Sachs and never sold that stupid call, I hate calls, hate them, then I wouldn't be down $1,000 on that trade. So what I recommend to you to do is every month, grade yourself. Give yourself a grade, right? You want to make sure that you're giving yourself a grade. And I've even built it into the website to where you can do this every day. And I actually have not been doing it and need to do it. What in the world is wrong with this thing? Let me get this thing closed off here. Maybe it won't. Maybe I'll never be able to do anything. I won't see y'all. The whiteboard is on all 3 of my. Hold on. We'll get rid of it one way or the other. Make sure everybody's still there. Now then. There we go. So now I'll take the whiteboard off. Okay. I don't need you now, Task Manager. We're finished with you. So any questions on that? Yeah, straddle, Dwayne says straddle, strangle, swap. Yeah. I think that's basically what it is. Exactly it, right? We're doing one short term and we're buying one long term. And been thinking about that a lot. And I think that's something that could work really, really well in combination with how Mike Butler's doing a notation trade. I mean, he's just doing the short of that. I kind of like going out and buying a little bit of protection out in the future, and just kind of giving you a little bit of protection, and then we'll pay for that long by selling the shorts, right? I kind of like that. I like it a lot. Let's see how our Goldman Sachs trade is looking on the analyze tab. All right, so we got Goldman Sachs. We're in a single expiration. We're going to hide simulations and we're going to go single symbol. And let's change this to one expiration. There she is. So we're still going to be up $1,242 if we stay right here. I wish the price would go down and we'll be up $2,500. So that, you know, that's why I'm not giving up on this. I still got extrinsic value on this. So still doing good. And we can still roll this up. I mean, we can roll this out. I mean, it's all kinds of things, and it'll be interesting. But I think when I get out of Goldman Sachs, I'll be like, you know, Bobby, stay out of Goldman Sachs. And if you're going to be in Goldman Sachs, sell a put. Quit selling the call, you moron. Quit selling the call. But very good, Dwayne. Yes, exactly what that is. All right. Anything y'all need me to look at? You got any problems in your accounts? Anything that you, I mean, I hope you'll do this and do a state, you know, every 2 months, every 3 months, every month. What's going good? What's going bad? You know, just come here and go to your monitor tab, your account statement, and go back, you know, to the beginning of the year and say, man, what am I good at? Where have I been making my money? And go with the hot hand, baby. Go with what's making you money. And forget this garbage down here that you're doing. Man, this is taking me down. This one, blah, blah, blah. You know, stay with, I mean, why would I not do more focus on my core trades? Look at that. Why would I not trade more gold? Why would I not keep my DraftKings little play going? And again, my SPX trades, doing fine, doing just fine. I'm up $210 on the year on that. So look at where my buying power is coming from. If I did just what I was focused on, I'd be 5,000, 9,000 in buying power. I'd have probably a couple thousand in gold if I had a trade on. But look where it's taking up my buying power, y'all. Look at this. Goldman Sachs. I told you I can't put on a gold trade because of Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs is taking $9,000 of my buying power. Unbelievable. That's why I'm at 50%. Look at this one. BABA is taking $5,000 of buying power. Huh. Yeah, you start looking at this stuff, and it makes you wonder, well, no wonder, Bobby, you goofball, that you are over on your buying power. Take that off, I'm right in line. So let's go. And I've also built in a report card that I hadn't been using, and I need to. I hadn't used it since January 27th. Look at this. Man, I woke up and flipped out a bit and traded while I was in bed, closed out a few trades without looking at my spreadsheet, But I think overall, I did a good job of managing winning trades and closing them for a profit. So you need to do this every day, right? So today's March the 1st. So go in and go, man, how am I doing today? Give yourself a grade. All you got to do is got a little drop down here. You know, I'll give myself an A. You know, I conducted a state of the portfolio review. I need to focus on my micro core trades, forget the stinking stocks, and get back into gold futures. There you go. And give yourself a name. And then after you do all your grades here that you do, it'll automatically combine them over here and give you an overall grade for, you know, throughout the year. So right now I'm batting 91%. That's not too bad. So grade yourself. All right, guys, this has been great. Anyone got any comments at all? Unmute your mic, speak up, or forever hold your peace. Going once, going twice. All right, I hope y'all have a great day trading. You got any questions at all? Shoot them to me, and hope y'all have a great day.